If you've ever felt like things never go your way, negative things happen as a result of others, and that everyone is out to get you, you may have had a victim mentality. A victim mentality is when a person feels like a victim across situations, even when the evidence suggests otherwise. They may feel they have no control over what happens to them. This outlook can impact many areas of your life, like relationships, work, and health. The interesting thing is that victim mentality is often a trauma response and can develop as a coping mechanism for past traumatic experiences, especially during childhood. And there are a lot of signs, often placing blame on external factors or other people when things go wrong, having trouble taking personal responsibility or seeing how you may have contributed to a situation, being overly critical of yourself or others, self-sabotage, associating only with people who think like you, harmful thinking patterns or pessimism, ruminating over past wrongs and hurts, difficulty with intimacy and trust, emotional unavailability, limited empathy for others, trouble accepting constructive criticism. When we have a victim mentality, we view the world from a lens of good versus bad, and we often see ourselves as the innocent one. Everything outside of ourselves is the bad. Full transparency, I recently had an epiphany that I had adapted a victim mentality. I can be very distrusting of others, and oftentimes I feel like people have ulterior motives. If you've been following my channel, you'll know that I've actively battled anxiety and depression, and I've been pretty transparent about the process. I sat up in bed the other night and was like, wait a minute, it's been a while since I felt consumed by my anxiety and depression. Yay! It made me feel so proud, and so I wanted to share some of the changes that I've implemented that have caused a huge energy shift within the past couple of months. I love this quote by Maya Angelou.
If you don't like a situation, you try to change it. Do whatever you can to change it. And if everything you do falls flat,
yes,
and you can't change it, then change the way you think about it. Move to another position to look at it. In doing so, you may find a new way to change it.
I know that some of you may not want to hear this, but many, if not most, situations are changeable. How many times have you complained about something without taking any initiative to change the situation? You're not confident about your body, but you refuse to change your diet and exercise regularly. You say you hate your job, but you're not taking the steps to look for a better one. Shot to the heart. I recently got to a point where I was in a super negative place. Angry, felt like everyone had ulterior motives, just not happy overall. I had to check myself and be like, okay, hold up. Why am I feeling this way? And I realized that I was just super unhappy in multiple different areas of my life. I started experiencing a very rapid weight gain, which I now realize was due to stress, not sleeping, and just needing to tweak my exercise. But for the first time in my life, I felt super self-conscious about my appearance, and that spilled into other areas of my life. Then one day, I just got tired of myself, tired of the negative self-talk, tired of sulking and feeling like I never was going to be confident again. And I decided to make some changes to my lifestyle habits. Getting to bed at an earlier time, adding more cardio to my workout routine. Something that's really been helping me on my fitness journey is a product called Magic Mind, which you might be able to see it right here. They're these little green productivity shots that really give you a boost of energy. Now, I am not a morning person at all. Insomniac Nation over here. So I have to drink an energy drink in the morning to really get my day started. So usually what I do is drink my energy drink and then I kind of alternate with drinking this. Your energy drink or your coffee gives you a certain level of energy, but when I take the Magic Mind, it definitely goes up a couple of notches. Has all natural ingredients, but the lion's mane and the cordyceps mushrooms, that really helps with boosting your clarity and focus. I have been taking the Magic Mind shots for 3 days now, and it's kind of one of those things where the more that you take it, you'll see more and more progress from it. I just feel like my energy has increased, my stress levels, my anxiety has decreased, and I just have really, really good energy right now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I hope you can. I have been super locked into my workouts lately. I'm burning more calories. I've been more consistent. I work out at least 4 to 5 times a week now. I think it's a cool product. I just wanted to let you guys know about it. So if you're interested in trying it, I will leave the link in my description so that you can check it out. So yes, by making the decision to change my behavior, which were my lifestyle habits, right? I've been able to combat something called learned helplessness. Learned helplessness is observed in both humans and other animals when they've been conditioned to expect pain, suffering, or discomfort without a way to escape it. Eventually, the animal or human will stop trying to avoid the pain or discomfort at all, even if there is an opportunity to truly escape it. When humans or other animals start to believe that they have no control over what happens to them, they begin to think, feel, and act as if they are helpless. So in the example that I gave about working out, if I would have looked in the mirror and been like, oh my God, my body, I hate it now. I'm never gonna get my old body back, so I may as well not even try to exercise. What's the point? That would be an example of learned helplessness. If you're feeling attacked, again, I've been there before and I get it. Some common symptoms of learned helplessness are low self-esteem, being easily overwhelmed or flustered, the ideology that bad things are just always going to happen to you, so you don't put any effort to avoid challenges or to overcome them, and giving up on things relatively quickly. Most situations that we find ourselves in, we have the ability to change. It's just a matter of us not wanting to do the work. But in situations that can't be changed, at least not in that moment, a mindset shift is needed. I recently have been feeling like I really, really want to move. I'm outgrowing the space that I'm in, and I just want a new space, but I'm still within my lease. So I'm like, okay, instead of being in a low vibrational energy because I'm not happy with where I live, what can I do? Because this lease is still leasing. So I did some feng shui. I donated a bunch of clothes so that I had more space. And I did some decoration in my apartment, and I actually feel a lot better about it. I've created more harmony within the same space by making small adjustments. That's a small example, but it gives you an idea of how much learned helplessness can impact different areas of our life if we let it. I challenge you to reflect on a situation that you're unhappy with, but unable to change in this moment. Consider how you can shift your mindset to allow for temporary solutions. Our minds are so powerful, but we tend to underestimate the impact that our thoughts can have on our reality. Sometimes you need a mental reset. I am always going to prioritize self-care and taking a break when I need time to clear my mental. I take a break from making content, from social engagements. I take time off of work. I travel. I have self-care days. And that really allows me to assess what I'm feeling in the moment and then figure out what I need to do to get my energy back where it needs to be. This is where self-awareness is super important. A lot of us honestly have high-functioning anxiety, high-functioning depression. We've normalized being under extremes amount of stress that we don't even recognize when our bodies are going through those experiences. But when you're tapped into yourself, you have an internal compass and you can recognize which direction you're swaying in and then take that time to reset. The main takeaway for today is understanding that the solutions to most of our problems can be found within ourselves. But we are responsible for being intentional about making the necessary changes. It can be difficult to realize and acknowledge that we have a victim mentality because that means accepting accountability that we might be responsible for a lot of our own unhappiness. Pow pow, shots to the heart. If you can be the source of your own unhappiness, you can also be the source of your own joy, fulfillment, inner peace, sense of purpose, and abundance. You have the ability to create or change your own reality, but it all starts in here.